Okay, so to check whether we are at the, or rather we are selecting the latest character, okay, we just need to see the character selector index. Okay, and check whether if it is the same as the number of characters -1. Okay, and we will hide it. So okay, let's move it to a position that is out of the screen. Okay, and on top of that, we want to stop the shaking of the words "I'm new." So to do that, okay, we just need to add a new boolean over here. Okay, if continue animating I'm new, okay, equals to false. Okay, so over here, we'll check if player manager dot if continue to animate, then we will shake it again. Okay, so over here we'll set it to true. Okay, but over here we'll set it to false, so that the shaking will stop after we have moved it off screen. Okay, so now when we highlight Asuka by pressing the left or right keys, okay, the words "I'm new" should not appear anymore, and it should not. Oh. Oh, okay. So I think I know why that happened. So over here, okay, we will only call the shaking if this is true. So if this is false, okay, we will not even call the shaking. Okay, so currently it is shaking because we have not selected Asuka yet. So once we have done so, Okay, it will not appear anymore. And since this is your first time playing the game, okay, notice that the tutorial is showing again. Okay, so now that we have cleared the tutorial, okay, the game should have created a new save game file that will tell it that you have already played the game once. So now the words "I'm new," okay, will not appear over Asuka's head, since you have already played the latest version at least once. Okay. Okay, so notice that a new save game file is shown over here. Okay, so to show you again, okay, notice that the words "I'm new" is back. Okay, so now even if you restart the game, okay, the words will still appear, since you have not started the game with the and cleared the tutorial. Okay, but there is one more thing that we need to do for these two words "I'm new," and that is we need to change this to okay, instead of using this line over here to check whether you have completed the tutorial, and use that to decide if we want to show the words "I'm new." Okay, we will change it to use a special flag called Sin Asuka. Okay, the reason we are doing this is because if you already own the game, okay, you will already have a save game file, and so if you download this later version and use back the same old save game file, you will not see the words "I'm new" if we use the previous way of checking. Okay, so over here, we will also check. To see if we have not saved it yet. Okay, so what we are doing here is to make it so that the words I'm new will not show only if you move the cursor over to Asuka, or only if you highlight Asuka. Okay, so what has changed is now, okay, even if you have seen the words I'm new over here, okay, as long as you do not press left or right over to Asuka, okay, the words I'm new will keep on showing. Okay, so that means we need to hide it. Okay, that means we need to hide it when, okay, the game starts. So over here, over okay, if player manager dot okay, this means that if the words I'm new is animating, which means that it is also showing. Okay, we will hide it. Okay, I'm just checking OBS to make sure that the stream is running smoothly. Okay. Okay, so now, okay, when we start the game, interesting. Clear everything on screen. Okay, so there is something that we are missing over here. Okay, hide character selection. Okay, So instead of doing this over here, okay, we'll do it in hide character selection. Okay, now it should work. Okay, so notice how it is shaking randomly. Okay, so when we start the game with beat, okay, notice how it disappears. Okay, so now even when you restart the game, okay, you should still see the words "I'm new". So as long as you do not move your cursors, or rather you do not use your left or right keys to move to select Asuka, it will always show. Okay, so I just realized that the background music was not playing for the game because I have commented it out. Okay, now it should play. Okay, so as mentioned before, as long as you do not move the currently selected character over to Asuka, okay, the words "I'm new" will keep on showing. But once you have moved and selected Asuka, okay, this tells the game that you have been notified that Asuka is the new character that has been added to the game. Okay, so now when you start the game or restart the game, okay, notice how the words "I'm new" does not appear anymore. Okay, so now since that we have added the words "I'm new" to show anyone or to show you that we have added a new character called Asuka to the game. Okay, let's do some playtesting with Asuka. Okay, so to do that, Okay, we will need to make sure that we build the game. Okay, so that we can play the game in full screen mode. Okay, by the way, feel free to ask me anything that you are curious about. Okay, be it about game development or anything about indie games or any other things that you are curious about. Okay. Okay, so it's time for some play testing. Okay, and we will start the game with Asuka. Okay, so notice how the words "I'm new" is now appearing. Okay, notice that Asuka is unlocked. Okay, and that's because in the save game file, we have already unlocked Asuka. So it's time for some play testing. Okay, let's see if rather how far along we can survive with Asuka. Since Asuka only has 4 health. Okay, she does run rather fast, so that is one advantage that she has. Hey, what's up, the amazing? Okay, so notice how fast Asuka can run, and so this alone makes her that much harder to control. Okay, but once you manage to master her, she is rather powerful. Okay, so notice how I change direction while in mid-air. Okay, that is something that is not easily done. Okay, notice how I use Asuka's special skill, which is counter, to deflect and shoot back the enemy's projectile. Okay, Counter is a skill that requires a lot of practice. Okay, but if you manage to master it, okay, you will virtually be undefeatable. Okay, as long as you have enough mana to use it. Okay, so some abilities can damage you, so watch out for that. Okay, especially with impulse. Okay, as long as you are not within the blast radius, you should be fine. Whoa, okay. Okay, by the way, you can also try out stars. Okay, from whitesponge.com/games/stars. Okay, the demo is available for download. Okay, the demo should give you an inside feeling of how the game feels and plays like.